Straight from Murray State.
In terms of March Madness, it is kind of the idea that anything is possible.
Yo, come on. Yeah.
Edward Daniel, no stranger to the dunk.
Cinderella's can knock off somebody in the first or second round.
Hits the three, and Butler back in front.
And then Butler took that a step further.
5 seconds to shoot. Norwood has to hurry. Off balance three, got it to go.
They got ahead of Murray State late in the game and then allowed Murray State all the way back to take the lead.
Here's Cannon, a pull-up three. Got it! And Murray State back in front by 1 point.
The facts speak for themselves.
Coach Stevens really lit in to the guys in the huddle.
And a chance for the Bulldogs to push to a 3-point lead.
But they did end up winning that game on defense.
Down to 5 seconds, Murray State looking for some magic, is deflected in the backcourt by Hayward, and it's over. Oh my goodness!
He's gonna be legendary.
The Butler defense was like this giant fishnet.
The Bulldogs on to the Sweet 16.
Just like any other Butler fan, I watched as there was just a determination and a drive that they had, I think, to prove to people that they belonged on the same stage as the power conferences across America.
Every time somebody says, boy, what Butler did was amazing, I always tell them, well, if you knew everything about what preceded it, you'd be even more amazed, because Butler should not even perhaps have been in a Division I basketball school.
I would defer the origin of our success to Tony Hinkle.
I came down here as a 19-year-old youngster to be an assistant coach. And in those days, they didn't have dummies. And actually, I thought I was the dummy.
Tony Hinkle came to Butler in 1921 as an assistant coach, and then over a few short years assumed the position of head basketball coach, head football coach, head baseball coach, athletic director, and instructor professor in the College of Education.
Not many coaches stay at one place long enough to be a character builder.
It was Butler Fieldhouse until the day he retired. Then it became Hinkle Fieldhouse.
It is big.
Sure, they named the fieldhouse after me, which is tremendous honor. Tremendous honor for a little coach.
The university was very ill-prepared for Tony Hinkle's retirement, and they just were operating like a Division III program.
Prior to taking that job in 1989, I was at the Midwestern Collegiate Conference, which was the conference that Butler was in. And I had a number of people ask me, why are you going to leave the MCC and go to Butler? That's a dead-end job. You know, Butler just had not had much success, especially in basketball. They had never won a conference tournament game.
They went 0-11 in their first 11 years in their conference tournament. I mean, that is awful. The sports information director, Jim McGrath, used to joke he never took a change of shirt or anything to the conference tournament because he knew they were coming back right away.
When I got there, we could only find records of about 15 people that had actually paid for Butler basketball season tickets.
I remember playing games maybe in front of 1,000 people in that big building.
That's how bad and desperate things were.
One of the other things that people sometimes overlook with that team is that they had some talent.
It can't get much better than this for you, young fella.
When you look at Gordon Hayward, I don't think many knew how good he was.
Strap! No! the hottest team in America.
And then Shelvin Mack.
Watch Shelvin Mack. He's in the right corner. 16 to shoot. Beasley driving, rejected, loose, saved by Mack, and that's it. Butler going back to Indiana. What a team!
Stop whatever you're doing, folks, because it's Final Four time from Indianapolis.
And then Matt Howard.
He's on the board.
Then Ronald Norred.
Shot short, rebound Norred. Butler's going on to the national championship game. One of the most prestigious programs in the history of college basketball. The smallest school to play in the championship game since tournament expansion in 1985.